Beloved child, hear my call. Right now, in this very moment, I am stirring the depths of your soul with promises of renewal and miraculous breakthroughs. Do not let this precious time slip away. I am unveiling a path where your deepest sorrows transform into abundant joy, and every burden is lifted by my unyielding love. Stay with me until the end, for as you listen, I will reveal the divine secrets that turn trials into triumphs and chaos into peace. Now is your time to step forward in faith. Embrace the destiny I have prepared for you. I have stood by you, watching as your resilience flourished. I have seen your tears cascade to the ground like seeds, nourished by sorrow. Now I say to you, from those tears, new life has sprung. A tender green shoot is rising from the soil, tangible proof that from your greatest pain, abundant joy shall emerge. Open your eyes and look with faith, for the earth beneath your feet is quivering with promise. That which you thought was lost forever will rise in miraculous ways. The seeds you once believed had died are now breaking through the soil of your life, ready to produce a bountiful harvest. I speak of real blessings, ones that will instill peace in your heart and feed your spirit. These will not be empty hopes or illusions. They will be genuine gifts that leave you grateful, fulfilled, and spiritually enriched. Embrace these words and let them be etched into your soul. This is a new hour of growth and abundance. Your prayers, your belief, and your unwavering spirit have not gone unnoticed. I delight in your voice calling out to me, and I rejoice when I see you rise above what aims to keep you down. You have passed through times of uncertainty and darkness, but as a new dawn breaks, greet it with open arms, welcoming my favor. Do not let fear hold you back, worrying that past mistakes might undermine the blessings I have in store. I do not tie your destiny to your failures. Instead, I ask you to trust the heart of your shepherd, the one who nourishes and protects. I will lead you to places where you thrive. I will show you verdant fields and guide you alongside calm waters. Keep your gaze on me, and do not rely solely on human strength. You will soon witness my power in action. I want you to treat others kindly, remembering that genuine humility carries you into my presence. When you obey my commands and step forward in faith, doors will swing open that no adversary can bar. The miracles I have prepared aren't matters of luck or worthless promises. They unfold from my timeless design, rooted in the certainty of my word, which never fails. In my perfect timing, every detail aligns with my will. If your heart is hungry for transformation, if you long for a better life for yourself and your loved ones, lift up your voice to me. Allow your spirit to resonate with hope. I am ready to do a transformative work in you that may feel like an overnight renewal of your heart and mind. Be aware that your faith is essential to this process. I will not compel you to accept my gifts. You must believe and willingly receive them. See, you are on the verge of new lands. A future filled with promise lies before you. Now is the hour to abandon memories that bring nothing but regret, and to move forward, reaching for the blessings I have laid out for you. Take hold of them with faith. Clutch the inheritance I am bestowing upon you. Your season of trial has ended. A season of fruitfulness is unfolding. Even as you read, I am arranging wonders around you and those you care for. Refuse to be weighed down by disappointment, especially over doors that have recently shut. When one door closes, I will open another, far greater, and what I open, no one can seal. Trust that a small opportunity ending merely ushers you toward something vastly more magnificent. Invisible spiritual conflicts may swirl around your life, but I have already declared victory on your behalf. Powers may try to discourage your growth, weaken your resolve, and clog your mind with lies. But remember, you do not fight alone. I am sending you wise mentors and true friends who will walk alongside you and show you the way to freedom. Resist turning away from divine instruction out of pride or fear. Accept what I offer, and you will see obstacles give way. I can free you in an instant, but my purpose also includes helping you recognize the strength and gifts I have placed within you. Genuine victories cannot be achieved by your own efforts alone. When you lean on me, Your faith grows exponentially, your gifts blossom, and your testimony brings me glory. Remain close to me, and your journey will be far-reaching. By doing so, you become a vessel of blessing to many. Your family will discover wisdom and humility, prospering not just in material ways, but also in the deeper treasures of kindness, empathy, and spiritual discernment. We will walk this path together if you extend your hand to me. You are ready to ascend to a higher spiritual place, where decisions are forged in divine truth and lives are permanently transformed. I have laid out remarkable endeavors for you, tasks that will stir your heart to recognize your true calling. Even now, a foundation is being laid under your feet, firm, unshakable. From this bedrock, your household will stand solid, and those in your lineage will come to know me through the light you shine. I will endow each of your loved ones with distinctive gifts, talents, and callings. I will spark in them a yearning for wisdom and growth, so they flourish both intellectually and spiritually. Dare to dream bigger. Let your imagination rise beyond the boundaries you once set. Look beyond what you believed possible. I have not created you or your family to languish in spiritual want or mental disarray. I did not design you to move from crisis to crisis, forever bound by worry and despair. Child, you are meant for far more than existing in scarcity, weighed down by a looming shadow of doubt. Break free of the distorted perceptions that made you feel inadequate or undeserving, and allow your faith to grow. I am present to support, guide, and help you tend the blessings that await. I will turn your tears into laughter and your heaviness into renewed courage. I will soothe your grieving spirit with my immeasurable love. Even now, I am surrounding you with my divine embrace. Whether you are amid a crowd or alone in some quiet spot, pause for a moment and accept the calm I am pouring over you. Take a long breath and let your worries dissolve. I grant you mastery over turbulent emotions and the fears that threaten to control your thoughts. Indeed, bad news has at times left you shaken and weak. Yet I urge you, trust me once more. I am here, and your story is nowhere near finished. Those towering obstacles will become distant memories. Your future gleams with anointed promise, and no foe can disrupt what I have set in motion. I can make every opposition a stage for miracles, every deficiency into supply, and every illness into health. I take pleasure in covering you with my grace. Do not doubt my power or my willingness to act on your behalf. You are of great worth in my eyes, far beyond measurement. I am not distant or blind to your tears. I have never turned my back. My highest purpose is your salvation, your growth, and your eternal life. I appeared at just the right time, offering my life to light your way and draw you out from the traps of this world. I am your guide, your truth, and your endless source of life. Cling to my promises. Do not yield to the deceitful voices that paint false images of certain defeat. I am stirred by your confidence in me. I see how you are learning to reject the taunts that try to rob you of peace and lead you into anger or confusion. Their aim is to fill your mind with distortions and lies so that you react out of fear or pride. But always remember, I have secured your identity in me. Stand strong in my love, and let no one pull you from the safe space where I have placed you. I know you have endured loneliness and felt a hollow ache where you longed for love. Today, I wrap you in everlasting arms. I whisper courage into your soul and speak life over your spirit. May every chain that held you captive melt away. I am fully aware of how fearful and anxious you have been, how your heart cried out for quick solutions when circumstances seemed broken beyond repair. My precious child, your desperation touches me. I know many issues hinge on the breakthrough you've been praying for. Even when you saw no solution, you wondered if I was angry or holding back my help. Yet I say, do not confuse my timing with apathy. You will always need me, no matter how much I bless you or how confident you feel. Resist complacency. The adversary scans for openings when you let your guard down, ready to challenge your faith and snatch away the treasured dreams I planted within you. Let me step into your current struggle and fight alongside you. I do not wish for you to remain tormented. Release each anxious thought into my care. Whenever you feel yourself sinking into dark worries, say, I reject these lies. My God is almighty, and I shall not be overcome. Shut the door on discouragement, for it doesn't belong in a heart that trusts in my name. Should the flame of hope burn low, draw near to me. I will fan it back to life. I will revive your zest for living and instill in you a holy determination to press onward. Seize my promises and hold them close. Voices of criticism and judgment may ring out daily, yet my voice of love speaks louder. It calls deep within you, affirming you are chosen. I see beyond external appearances, beyond what people say, beyond the wounds of your past, and I proclaim that you will know genuine joy once more. You will step forward, free from old shame or guilt. Let these truths saturate your heart. You are walking into a brighter future. Answers are coming for every worry that has weighed upon you. This message has not stumbled into your life by mere chance. I orchestrate such moments to remind you that your prayers have value. Your mind is a gift from me, enabling you to reason, reflect, and advance. As you absorb these words, your capacity for breakthrough becomes evident. Prepare yourself, for the door of possibility will soon swing open. I am no invention of human fantasy, nor am I a powerless idol. I am the Lord who has repeatedly rescued you, lifting you out of pits of despair and surrounding you with an unbreakable love. Look back on the times your life hung by a thread and recall how I intervened. I restored your breath when you felt defeated. I replenished your spirit when heartbreak became unbearable. Allow my presence in your heart to ignite hope. Where you once saw only dreams, new reality is taking shape. A steadfast tree will grow where you planted seeds of faith, offering shelter, nourishment, and blessings for you and those you cherish. Stay grounded in my grace and maintain a heart of gratitude, for you are on the edge of miraculous transformations. Let thankfulness be the armor that guards your heart. Even though you have stumbled in the past, I have never deserted you. I forgave your wrongdoings, lifted you back on your feet, and refused to leave you in ruin. Now the light of dawn is coming forth, and sorrow is giving way to a complete and lasting joy. Listen well. Your eyes will witness the miracle you have been seeking. Speak this boldly. I believe. This is how you align with my promise. Always remember how deeply you are loved. I have marvelous plans specifically for you. Walk obediently, at a deliberate yet steady pace. The road to peace and fulfillment is not a sprint but a sustained journey, marked by clear direction and steady faith in who I am. Avoid the urge to look around and compare your progress to others. Set your sights on me alone. You stand nearer to fulfillment than you suspect. I know the wait has been long and heavy. Still, you have grown. You no longer let your emotions rule your faith. You have learned that I intend to bless your family and remove the barriers in your shared path. You and your loved ones will not crumble before hardships. Yes, troubles will come, for I do not promise a life free of conflict. What I guarantee is a faith and resilience that will not fail. Hold tight to courage with absolute confidence that you will prevail. Let the declarations of my holiness bathe your soul, renewing your mind and fortifying your heart. Watch every oppressive chain of discouragement break apart. Depression and hopelessness must retreat under the illumination of my truth. Where sorrow has anchored you, I proclaim liberation. Where damaging influences tried to steer you astray, I declare freedom. My beloved, resist the lure of empty words and shallow promises. Some chase only money and status, hungry for recognition and fleeting applause. They pursue illusions that cannot feed the spirit. They wear garments of external success, presuming it indicates my favor, though their hearts remain far from me. They claim that I only stand with those who flaunt their achievements, but they misunderstand my ways. They've turned their backs on the one who became a humble servant, dying on a cross for a love beyond human measure. Their hearts are closed to reality. But you, dear one, have opened your heart to me, seeking truth, humility, and genuine renewal. That is why I long to reveal greater wonders in your life. There is no need to pretend. Cloak yourself in authentic gratitude and refuse the illusions dangled by the destroyer. I will increase your peace and patience, so you will not grow weary waiting for my perfect time. Steer clear of words of complaint or pessimism, which only undermine your budding faith. Instead, pray with conviction. Lord, I trust you. I believe that, in due time, every promise you have given me will be fulfilled. I want you to be absolutely sure that everything you have asked in the name of Jesus will be granted at the appointed moment. I am calling forth fresh seasons, abundant showers and open heavens over your life, filling every part of your existence with my richness. You will be so filled with peace that genuine joy permeates your home. All of this is possible for those who store my word in their hearts, persist in faith, and refuse to shrink back in unbelief. Remember, precious blessings often require a growth phase. A child needs time to develop in the womb. A seed must be buried and undergo transformation before it sprouts. Likewise, the blessings I have ready for you must be revealed in the right way. They are powerful, deeply significant, and will reshape events and lives in ways beyond your imagination. Do not surrender to discouragement during the wait. Let your vision remain on the horizon and step forward with assurance. Each step in faith draws you nearer to promises more remarkable than you can conceive. Yes, changes can bring uncertainty, yet trust that I orchestrate every shift for your good. I connect you with people and resources meant to advance your growth. If I stand with you, no one can defeat you. Criticisms and judgments have no weight when I step in to safeguard you. If only you could glimpse the heavenly forces I have assigned around you, or see the beams of divine radiance lighting your path, or recognize the countless unseen ways I'm clearing obstacles and dismantling evil strategies against you, your heart would overflow with gratitude. Soon, in visions and dreams, I will unveil more of my splendor, giving you a preview of heavenly majesty here on earth. I will reorder creation itself to honor a heart that wholeheartedly trusts me. All of creation responds to my will, and I find delight in moving on behalf of sincere faith. I revel in your unswerving loyalty. You have stood strong in hope, even as storms crashed around you. Your praises at dawn, dusk, and the quiet hours in between bring me joy. My love remains constant, unchanging, carrying you from day to day. Before you return to your daily tasks, hear my reminder: I love you. I wait for the moment you echo those words, showing me your honest devotion. Speak them to me. I love you, Lord. There is nothing you can ask that my limitless love cannot provide. Where the enemy has taken away your dignity, I will restore it. Wherever you have been pushed aside or disrespected, I will reinstate you in a place of honor. I have a richer, more fulfilling life planned for you, if you will let your heart be open, ready for the healing and forgiveness I yearn to give. My promises are carved into your spirit, a deep imprint within your core. If you choose belief, do so with every fiber of your being. Do not mimic those who mention my love, but remain cynical, putting more faith in human judgment and scorn than in my eternal truth. Numerous individuals will attempt to confine you within their restrictive viewpoint. They call it love, but they simply wish to regulate you, insisting you adhere to standards they themselves do not keep. Wearing a facade of righteousness, they dismiss you as always at fault, never measuring up. However, I am summoning you from that imprisonment into the perfect liberty I give. I want you to end each day in peace. Let my spirit nurture your soul as you sleep, tending old wounds and breaking every chain that clings to you. Rise each morning free from the demands and shifting opinions of others. You will no longer be shackled by the crowd's judgments. Embrace who you truly are, my deeply loved child. Thoughtful, discerning, gentle yet steadfast in adversity, and radiant with a powerful faith that reshapes circumstances. When life's sorrows crash like waves, and cruelty or neglect from others bruises your heart, cling to me. Refuse to sink into despair or bitterness. Your life carries a higher calling, for you are an heir to my kingdom. I did not design you to be invisible, ignored, or confined to a corner. I am the one who gathers you to myself, whispering solace and restoration. Let my mercy wash over you. I renew broken dreams, fill your spirit with new life, and offer a future brimming with hope. You possess gifts and abilities meant to flourish and influence the world around you. Never bury or minimize them because someone else deemed them unimportant. I assure you, they matter greatly. Peace, joy, and wholeness flow freely from me whenever your heart is open to receive. Embrace your role with fresh confidence. Stand tall and envision yourself as I see you. A prince or princess, wrapped in divine authority and secured by everlasting love. Yes, my dear child, I hear that specific plea in your prayers, the one that weighs heavily on your mind, perhaps shared through tears. I hold that very miracle and wait for the right instant to reveal it in your life. Others may have doubted, labeled you unworthy, or mocked your faith, but their disbelief cannot stop me from acting mightily for you. I will amaze them. They will see my hand at work and realize they scoffed not only at you, but also at the one who remains faithfully by your side. I will guide you to a healthier place of growth, free from trivial disputes and spite, where authentic love is cherished. The talents and abilities I gave you from the beginning will at last be noticed, and you will find supporters who cheer you on to greater development. Let go of any fear that prosperity could lead you astray with greed or vanity. True prosperity, in my eyes, is a well-rounded state of well-being, peace of mind, harmony among those you love, and release from the weight of debt and hopelessness. I long to see you flourish in spirit, soul, and body alike. From where I stand, your miracle sparkles brilliantly. You will soon understand that every trial you withstood was a vital step in your journey. Your family will come to see the depth of your convictions. Those who mocked your prayers will feel remorse. Their hearts will soften. You will shine as a guiding light, leading others back to me. Yes, I have chosen you for a distinct purpose, one that stretches far beyond worldly definitions of success. I intend for you to carry my truth into your home, your community, and beyond, displaying my mercy and grace. Let your life bear witness to my faithful love and power to redeem. Do not chase after popularity or surrender to the need for human approval. Many lose their path that way, bending their morals to please the masses. They trade their integrity for applause. You, however, are called higher. Do not stoop to gather crumbs under someone else's table. Lift your eyes to my throne. That is where you truly belong. Because you have stood in faith, you will see my promises come to life. Through you, I will work wonders, but never covet mere human honor or glory. Be fulfilled by my love and presence, your safest foundation. Today I extend my hands, holding the miracle you've been persistently asking for. Will you take it? Will you align your faith with my word, standing firm in the knowledge that I never abandon those I cherish? Answer me from the depths of your heart. Yes, Lord, I believe. Let these words settle into your spirit, for they are truth and life. I am the Holy One who formed you, who foresaw every step of your journey before it even began, and who vowed to stay with you until time's end. Whatever you face, I am poised to intervene at precisely the right moment. My ways are not bound by human calendars or deadlines. I move in eternal seasons of wisdom, seeing the outcome from the start. I see your potential, the hearts you will touch, and the flourishing life I designed you to live. Let confidence in my goodness anchor your soul. I have pledged to finish what I started in you. Every day invites you closer to me. In prayer, let your trust reach new heights. Turn anxiety into praise. Transform tears into expressions of hope. By doing so, you seize the victory that rightly belongs to you. Tests and trials refine your character, expanding your capacity to love me and others. Even when sadness clouds your vision, recall that dawn always comes. And just as morning light never fails, neither does my plan. You have witnessed sorrow, betrayal, and disappointment. But from these broken shards, I am crafting a stunning mosaic, your life's story of redemption. Those seeds of faith you planted in tribulation have never been forgotten. I will make them bloom at the right time, surprising you with unimaginable goodness. Maintain diligence over your mind, discarding negativity and fear. Whenever the enemy tries to convince you of unworthiness or impending defeat, fight back with the truth that I, the Lord, am your fortress. I speak life and affirmation, urging you to lift your head, secure in your status as my child, cleansed and forgiven, no matter how formidable your opponents appear. Be they people or unseen forces, I am infinitely greater. I stand ready to tip the battle in your favor. Do not measure hope by the enormity of your challenges. Measure it by my boundless grace. The world may not grasp this, but you know me intimately, having seen my wonders time and again. I have not changed. Recall how I rescued you in earlier crises. Reflect on how I came through for you when all seemed impossible. Think of the nights you wept, only to be comforted, and the mornings your energy was renewed. My word is alive, keen enough to pierce any confusion. My promises are your arsenal. Take them up daily. The enemy will attempt to wear you down until you question the calling on your life. Recognize these tactics and refuse to give in. Fill your environment with worship, thankfulness, and the declaration of faith. In doing so, you shape a spiritual atmosphere saturated with my presence where darkness cannot stand. Within that bright sphere, problems you once deemed insurmountable will reveal straightforward solution. Draw in my goodness and breathe out your burdens. I am your fortress, your all-sufficient refuge. Do not wait for the crowd's approval when you already sense, deep within, that you are chosen and beloved. In my kingdom, my children do not require external applause to confirm their worth. Your value is innate, shaped by my love and the destiny I have written for you. Let your heart rejoice right now, sensing a shift in the spiritual realm. Doors once locked are about to open wide. Situations that caused you restless nights will soon be resolved. Praise is welling up in your soul. Offer it freely. Celebrate my faithfulness before you even see results. This stance rattles the very foundations of adversity. Your worship is powerful, a resounding statement that you trust me to transform ashes into beauty. Never forget, I gather every heartfelt prayer, keep every tear, and mold them into unstoppable blessing. I stand solid as a rock beneath your feet, unshaken by any circumstance. My word always accomplishes its purpose. Your faith, tested though it may be, grows more robust. Those who mocked will be baffled by how I intervene. Some, rooted in pride, may not yield, but others will witness my glory in your life and be drawn to know me deeply. I love when faith radiates as a bright beacon in a world full of darkness. Your life will become morning light for many whose nights seem never ending. You will be a living proof of my goodness, demonstrating that no heart is too scarred for my redemption. Hold on to your faith. Let it remain unwavering before fleeting emotions or worldly illusions. My spirit resides in you, guiding your thoughts, shaping your desires in line with my perfect will. Surrender yourself each day, and you will behold wonders beyond your current comprehension. The spiritual realm overflows with angelic armies assigned to watch over you. If you could see them, if you heard their victorious cries every time you stand in faith, you would never stop rejoicing. They intervene in your weakness and celebrate when you show bold trust. All of heaven exults as you press deeper into my presence. Yes, my child, it is time for you to rest assured that my plan aims for your good and never your destruction. Reject the voices that whisper otherwise. Enlarge your vision. Allow your heart to dream again. Do not gaze upon tomorrow with dread, but with anticipation. I cannot fail you. My might knows no boundary, and my compassion never ends. My grace is unfailingly sufficient. You will taste it again and again, because I take delight in lavishing my loving kindness upon you. Summon the courage to lift your eyes forward. Though the climb may continue upward, each step is carefully guided by my wisdom. Reflect on how far you have come, trusting I will bring you through whatever remains. From the higher vantage point, you will see that every valley, struggle, and tear served a vital part in shaping who you are. Live expectantly. Don't conceal what I've given you. Shine my radiance through every corner of your life, your home, your workplace, your neighborhood. Be a vessel of hope, a person defined by compassion and empathy. Let my love flow through you, reaching those in desperate need of comfort and direction. I have placed you here to glow. Once again, I ask, will you receive the miracle I hold out to you? Will you trust how and when I choose to move, even if it defies human logic? Will you confidently declare, yes, Lord, I am prepared? I stand ready to release it in the instant that brings me the utmost glory and brings you the greatest fulfillment. All I require is for you to keep believing, firmly convinced that my word holds true. Take my hand now, and let's step forward together. Step into the abundant life I have planned. Dwell in my presence, untroubled by the details of how it will all unfold. Leave that to me. Let your heart rest in my truth, and watch as breakthroughs blossom day by day, like flowers in the sun. Precious one, I am for you, not opposed to you. I dwell within you, not far away. I have not abandoned you to fend for yourself. Your life's tapestry is woven with divine intent. Let your spirit rejoice. Your sorrow is diminishing. Harvest time is near, and you will reap rewards more bountiful than you dared to imagine. From seeds sown in agony, entire fields of blessing are springing up. Stand amazed at my faithfulness. Remember, I hold the first and final word over all. Lay down your doubts, for you rest in capable hands. My love, unwavering and perfect, is wholly devoted to watching you flourish. Therefore, raise your voice. Sing a fresh song of gratitude. Ponder my kindness and speak of me in every season of life. Let your heart be a sanctuary brimming with thanks. In the storm, sing of my rescue. In still waters, sing of my provision. In the waiting, celebrate my divine plan. In the receiving, declare my wonders. Such constant worship turns your life into a dwelling for my presence. You have endured trials that tested your endurance and encountered moments when life's burdens weighed heavily. Yet here you remain, stronger than before. During your quiet hours, you have sought me earnestly. You have felt me near in your darkest nights and glimpsed my goodness with the sunrise. Today, I long to pour out new insight into my plans for you, reinforcing your faith, awakening your hope, and reminding you that I firmly hold you in my hands. I see every tear you have shed in secret, every sigh and every anxious thought, even when you cannot voice them. At times, you wondered if those hidden cries touched my heart. Yes, beloved, they did. Like a tender father hearing his child's whimpers, I have turned my ear toward you. Do not doubt that every private sob, every quiet petition, every unuttered plea has reached me. I have treasured your tears and used them to water the seeds of faith planted in your spirit. Pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and let your worries fade. Recall the countless ways I have already come to your rescue. Think about a distressing time you survived, a sudden financial blow, a heartbreak, or a grave medical scare. Yet here you are, breathing, reflecting, and sensing my nearness. Is this not evidence of my sustaining grace? If I carried you through past storms, will I not sustain you through the challenges you face today? I am never hindered by circumstances. I am the Almighty Creator of all that exists and have called you by name. When you remember the hardships you overcame, you see that none could truly defeat you. You emerged with wisdom, forged by stepping through dark valleys, and a gratitude formed by earnest midnight prayers. Your suffering was never intended to crush you forever. It was allowed for a time so your character might be purified and your faith strengthened beyond wavering. Even in your weakest moments, when you stumbled or felt too weary to keep going, I upheld you. Let me remind you who you are in my eyes, my precious child. When you feel passed over or unrecognized, when your abilities are overlooked and your hard work unseen, I take note of every detail. When the world is too busy to acknowledge your value, I see it with perfect clarity. I fashioned your innermost being with both design and purpose. I spoke potential into your very DNA, gifting you in ways that reflect my glory uniquely. No one else holds your specific combination of gifts, experiences, and heartfelt desires. Each morning as you rise from bed, I watch, eager for your first words and first thoughts. I wait for that single moment you might look toward me, even fleetingly, to whisper, "Thank you, Lord," or "I trust you." These simple, authentic prayers bring me immeasurable joy. They open a doorway for my spirit to lead you through the day. If anxious thoughts weigh on you, I long for you to welcome me into that storm so I can speak calm over your turmoil. When you call on me, you open yourself to streams of blessing, protection, revelation, favor, and strength that go beyond human logic. Sometimes you fear I'm displeased with you, especially after you lose your temper or show poor judgment. But remember my vast compassion. When I walked the earth as Jesus, I stretched out my hand to the hurting, the sinful, the ostracized, and the shamed. I touched lepers, forgave those caught in wrongdoing, and called the unloved to stand tall in my presence. My mercy covers every failure brought to me in sincerity. My grace is enough to redeem every flaw. I do not seek perfection in your deeds so much as honesty in your heart. I cherish your genuine desire to turn from error and live by my truth. Even now I sense your spirit stirring, a mixture of awe and curiosity. You want to know more. You hunger to delve deeper into faith and truly grasp my movements and designs for your life. I delight in this posture, an open, teachable heart, yielded to my shaping hand. You become like pliable clay, ready for the potter's touch. Bit by bit, I shape you to mirror my character, just as an artist painstakingly crafts a masterpiece. It does not erase your unique perspective or individuality. Rather, it accentuates them, turning them into a channel of my glory. Visualize your personality as a shade in the grand artwork of humanity. Each hue is important, and the whole painting is incomplete without yours. You may have felt ordinary or unimportant, but I declare otherwise. Your voice, mind, experiences, and life story matter immensely. Perhaps you felt diminished by certain places or people in your past. Know that their disregard does not define your possibilities or negate your gifts. In my kingdom, those who seem disqualified are frequently those I use for remarkable feats. I delight in drawing outcasts and the unassuming to display my power to save. Think back to the times your prayers appeared unanswered. Did you grow frustrated, imagining me to be silent or indifferent? In my limitless wisdom, I see the entire scope of your existence. I know the sorrow an untimely yes could cause, and the heartbreak a misguided no would bring. Occasionally, I delay my response to preserve your future joy or refine your character. In waiting, faith matures. In waiting, humility takes root. In waiting, you discover that I care more about molding your heart than offering instant relief. You see, comfort can be perilous if it makes you forget your need for me. Moments of lack reveal that I am your sustenance. Seasons of suffering show that I am your healer. Times of despair prove I am your unyielding hope. I do not find pleasure in your pain, but I do extract unimaginable value from it. When you stand firm in tribulations, you emerge with a story capable of lifting others from their own valleys. Right now, you are on the brink of something significant. I have woven together events to lead you to a crucial intersection, a turning point in your destiny. All the lessons you've gathered through successes and heartaches have shaped you for what lies ahead. I am revealing new paths, so do not hold tightly to old disappointments. Release them into my hands. Let me convert your regrets into revelations, turning past failures into stepping stones for a brighter tomorrow. Let them lose their sting in the glow of my redemptive love. I specialize in bringing beauty from ashes, joy from weeping, and praise from deep heaviness. As you hover at this threshold, do not let the voices of doubt and negativity derail you. Each day, voices will try to distract you, labeling you unworthy or your efforts pointless, insisting your goals are too lofty. My child, how long will you let fear's echo guide your steps? Let my voice stand above them all. I speak life, hope, and promise, not condemnation. I do not belittle you. I remind you of your eternal worth. Imagine someone on a journey carrying a bag crammed with items no longer needed, but never removed. The burden slows every step and exhausts them. In the same way, you sometimes carry guilt, shame, and resentment, weights I never meant you to bear. Today, I long to help you drop that load. Walking in my presence unburdened sets you free to move swiftly, breathe deeply, and see your destination clearly. I know how to heal your hurt and relieve you of the baggage you've collected, but you must choose to relinquish it. Will you let go? I am not asking you to discard your burdens into a void. I invite you to hand them to me. Let me turn your regret into wisdom. Let me transform your anger into forgiveness, your fear into fortified faith, and your sorrow into empathy for those who weep. Nothing goes to waste when surrendered to me. Pain, talent, tears, or triumph. Hand them all over, and I will craft them into something that draws you nearer to my heart. There will be mornings when you feel absolutely nothing, no drive, no motivation, no excitement. When that happens, remember your feelings do not alter truth. My promises remain immovable, unhindered by your changing emotions. In these dry spells, trust that my grace will sustain you. My steadfastness does not waver simply because your feelings have gone flat. If you choose to keep going in faith, relying on my guiding hand, you will come out of this desert place renewed. Just as flowers can bloom in a desert when watered by hidden streams, I often nurture your growth in subtle ways, unnoticeable at first to others or even to you. When darkness draws near, whispering doubts that make you question everything, lean closer to me. My spirit never abandons you. Rely on the rhythm of my heartbeat, a cadence of unwavering love. Keep your gaze fixed on my light, even if you sense only shadows. I have placed an inner flame within you that no darkness can quench. Each time you opt for faith over fear, your spiritual vision sharpens. Each time you proclaim my goodness in spite of doubt, you reinforce your soul against despair's siege. Certain individuals enter your life with assignments, some to strengthen your compassion or perseverance, others to test and perhaps wound you. Even in painful interactions, you can find deeper refinement. Offering forgiveness does not trivialize their actions. It frees you from bitterness. You cannot step freely into tomorrow if you remain chained to yesterday's bitterness. Reflect on the cross, where I chose forgiveness amidst extreme suffering. That choice unleashed resurrection power. Likewise, your willingness to forgive breathes new life into areas thought lifeless. Your journey proceeds one step at a time. You needn't see the whole road to trust that I have set it for you. Embrace today with a settled faith in my direction. Tomorrow will bring its own portion of grace. Rather than drowning in what-ifs, anchor yourself in the truth of my presence. Pause occasionally to quiet your spirit and listen for my gentle voice. You might notice it in a breeze, in a fleeting moment of stillness, or in someone's thoughtful remark. Sometimes I speak through surprising messengers, so remain receptive and astute. When you sense a reassuring wave wash over you, that is my spirit calming your worries. During restful reflections, envision my love as a river flowing from my throne, pouring into every desert of human need, bringing refreshment to every dry land. Let it flow through you. Receive it fully, then share it with those who thirst for hope. Perhaps you see yourself as neither preacher nor teacher, but every act of kindness, each gracious word, each small sign of encouragement testifies to the abundant goodness living in you through my spirit. Even if you feel unremarkable, I can use the simplest vessels to carry out mighty miracles. As you advance, remember that growth often requires you to reorder your life. Activities or relationships that once felt sufficient may no longer fulfill you or align with the path I have set. This can be uncomfortable because it may compel you to leave the safe or familiar behind. Never forget, when I request you let go of something, it's to give you something better in return. My intention is never to deprive you of happiness, but to steer you toward genuine and lasting joy. Trust that my guidance consistently aims at your ultimate benefit. When you look to the future, you see exciting prospects, but also feel the weight of uncertainty. You may be frightened by the enormity of your calling, wondering how you can shoulder all that responsibility. My precious child, you were never meant to carry it alone. My yoke is light because I bear the heaviest part. All I ask is that you walk in step with me. If you rely only on your strength, you will inevitably tire. But if you surrender your striving to me, you will discover supernatural resources at every turn. Barriers that seemed unbreakable will crumble. Doors you never recognized will open wide, revealing pathways I prepared long before. Perhaps new desires stir in your heart, a calling to pray for others, serve your community, or explore a spark of creativity you had not realized. Do not assume these are mere whims. Often, I awaken these impulses to direct you toward your destiny. Yes, timing matters. Not every fresh passion needs immediate action. Nonetheless, do not discard them out of fear or procrastination. Pray, seek wise counsel, remain alert for confirmations. You might be amazed at how my plan for you perfectly aligns with these heartfelt nudges. Distraction stands among your greatest threats. The world clamors for your attention, flooding you with news, social obligations, financial worries, and endless digital chatter. Guard your focus. Seek quiet with me through prayer and reflection on my word. Let my promises steady your perspective. When your priorities align with mine, you learn to say yes to opportunities that nurture your purpose and no to the trivial pursuits that drain your strength. Discouragement may sneak in when you compare your progress to someone else's, harboring envy or disdain. Yet each of you walks a distinct path. The blessings crafted for you cannot be enjoyed by imitating another's journey. Moreover, the battles you face form a unique testimony that can speak to specific people. Rather than comparing, celebrate the good in others and trust that I also have a divine roadmap for you. Let my voice be your definitive measure. Never forget that I deeply care about your relationships. I see every interaction in your family, every moment of laughter and misunderstanding. I yearn to bring unity, restoration, and peace. Conflict arises in a world marred by sin, but humility breeds reconciliation. If you are willing to soften your heart, make amends where necessary, and extend grace, you unlock the door for me to heal wounds. Center your relationships in me, and I can transform discord into genuine respect and warmth. Your home can become a refuge where my presence dwells tangibly. As you draw nearer to me, your spiritual perception heightens. You'll start recognizing the difference between the enemy's voice, full of accusations and chaos, and my voice, which always carries love, gentle correction, and courage. Look at what each voice produces. Shame, isolation, and desperation come from the enemy. Repentance, renewal, and hope flow from me. When you feel a nudge, assess it. Does it guide you to more love, gratitude, truth, humility, or joy? If it does, trust that it aligns with my heart. Occasionally, the brokenness of the world may overwhelm you. News of injustice, conflict, or hardship can feel suffocating. But bear in mind, I have not asked you to shoulder the entire globe's burdens. Instead, I have placed you in a unique role, to offer prayer and compassion where I have positioned you. Lift up the afflicted, intercede for the weary, and shine your light within the circle of influence I have granted. Your intercession delights me because it mirrors my desire for healing and salvation to blanket the earth. Do not underestimate the impact of the smallest acts of kindness. A brief moment of compassion, fueled by love, can have an eternal echo. You serve as an instrument of my goodness, channeling hope into every dark corner. Have faith in that identity. In times you feel unworthy, remember how I frequently chose imperfect individuals to convey my perfect love. Abraham wrestled with doubt, Moses stumbled over his words, and David made serious mistakes. Yet, by leaning on me, they accomplished great things. Similarly, I will use you if you do not let your weaknesses become a reason to stand still. Hand them to me and watch how I provide whatever you lack. If a personal crisis is pressing upon you, whether a health scare, family issue, or formidable financial setback, cry out to me with honesty. Pour out your heart. Let me replace your panic with calm. Do not be ashamed of your weakness, for my strength flourishes when you are weak. If despair lurks, recall how the darkest nights give birth to profound trust. Faith is formed in the crucible of situations that defy your hopes, yet your heart chooses to believe in my promise. Even if your voice shakes, declare, I trust you, Lord. I believe you are able to change these circumstances. In deep distress, you might also feel a pull to isolate yourself, presuming no one comprehends your struggle. Yet I encourage you to remain in fellowship or to confide in a trustworthy companion or advisor. Often, my answers come through people I send to walk with you in prayer and support. Community is a gift from me, for I did not design you to walk through life alone. Let go of pride or the fear of being judged. Speak honestly of your hardships so others can stand beside you in faith and love. I orchestrate connections with individuals who've trodden a similar path and can reassure you, you are not alone. My child, there is a crucial truth I long to speak to you plainly. I am the one who breaks every chain of condemnation that the enemy tries to clamp around you, be it addictions, toxic relationships, crippling anxieties, or oppressive thought patterns. None of these possess a strength I cannot shatter. The real question is, do you want to be free? Will you release the familiarity of these chains to step into the full life I offer? Freedom can feel daunting because it may require stepping away from old mechanisms, but I promise, a spirit-led life unshackled by darkness cannot be compared to anything else. In embracing my truth, you also step into the authority I have given believers. Speak to the mountains looming in your life, those overwhelming barriers, and order them to move in my name. Reject the lies of the enemy and see him flee. You are not powerless. My Holy Spirit empowers you. When you pray with faith, the spiritual dimension shifts, angels respond, strongholds collapse, and despair yields to hope. This power does not stem from you alone. It is mine, but I share it freely with you, my beloved child. I urge you not to undervalue the daily rejuvenation of your mind. Fill your thoughts with my promises. Meditate on my word. Let it shape your perspective. My words are seeds planted deep within you, destined to yield wisdom, resilience, and greater faith. As you invest time in strengthening your spirit, challenges become stepping stones rather than impassable obstacles. In your walk, there may be occasions when you feel isolated because those around you do not share your beliefs or even mock them. Do not be dismayed. Hold tight to your true identity, remembering that I view a bigger picture, the abundant harvest that will result if you remain unshaken. With perseverance, you will eventually see changes, not only in yourself, but also in the hearts of those who once questioned you. Your life can offer a living sermon, confirming that love, patience, and grace are possible, even in a culture often driven by self-interest. Let me also address the creative spark I have embedded in you. Maybe you have an artistic flair, writing, painting, composing music, or a unique skill in cooking, design, or organization. Know that creativity mirrors my nature as creator. I spoke, and entire galaxies emerged. Color and form sprang forth. When you create something lovely or solve a challenge creatively, you echo my image. Never underestimate your creative gifts or assume they are unimportant. Dedicate them as an offering, using them to spread joy, comfort, or hope to others. In so doing, you multiply the blessings I have entrusted to you. When daily pressures mount, do not overlook the necessity of rest. I made you to work wholeheartedly, yet also to pause, exhale, and find stillness in me. Rest is not laziness, but a crucial reset for your body, mind, and spirit. It's an act of dependence, a reminder that I am in charge, and your worth goes beyond your performance. Take time to pause, laugh with those you love, and soak in the wonders of creation. You will find renewed perspective and readiness to face the future. My child, do you detect the stirring of revival in your soul? There's a trembling across the spiritual realm, and many sense the same anticipation. I am awakening hearts to my nearness, summoning them out of complacency into genuine, passionate relationship with me. You are part of this grand movement. Keep the flame of your devotion glowing brightly. Offer me your whole being in worship. Lift your voice without hesitation. Let your spirit blaze with a zeal for truth. In that atmosphere of worship, miracles flow readily, and my glory is displayed for all to see. How do you nourish this fire day after day? By dedicating moments to praise, forming an environment that honors my name and standing securely on my word. When the flame wanes, do not condemn yourself. Come closer to me again. I never turn away a sincere seeker. I hold my arms open to pour fresh oil on your spirit. Like the faithful servants who cared for the temple lamp, remain resolute about keeping this light ablaze. This holy fire will guide you, comfort you, and draw others to me. Stay vigilant, for religion can become mechanical when real connection is neglected. I never wanted you to merely follow rules. I invited you to intimately know me, to journey alongside me, sharing your heart as I reveal mine. Intimacy breathes life into everything you do, from work and family roles to serving others. Without the vitality of a true relationship, even virtuous acts may feel hollow. Start each morning acknowledging that I am with you, that I am your friend as much as I am your king, and that I seek not just your obedience, but your companionship. Even if you feel undeserving of my friendship, remember that I, God in the flesh, declared you worthy when I chose the cross. That sacrifice was no vague gesture. It was for you personally. I saw you, knew your name, and threw open the door to unending fellowship. You have immediate access to my throne of grace. No condemnation, no locked gates. Let this reality settle into your heart, stirring both assurance and thankfulness. Now, my dear child, I invite you to keep drawing from this well of words. There is a place where my message is proclaimed often, where stories of my power and compassion circulate, fueling faith and uniting hearts longing for my presence. If you have not already, consider subscribing to the channel that brings these messages to you. By doing so, you erect a memorial of remembrance, a refuge you can revisit to hear my voice. Share your heartaches and find encouragement whenever you feel burdened. Subscribing invests in your spiritual growth and extends a guiding light to countless others in search of the hope you have discovered. Let your story join with the testimonies of many, lighting a blazing trail of faith in a world desperately needing answers. Always remember, you are safe in my hands. You are cherished and cared for. Even as you deepen your connection, I rejoice in every step you take closer to truly knowing me. Expect fresh revelations, renewed encounters, and timely wisdom. By linking arms with others who seek me, you form a vibrant community, my family on earth, shining like a city on a hill. So go forth holding this promise. Cling tightly to my words, for they are life, healing, and restoration for your being. Stay in my presence, and you will discover that I am everything you need. Rest in peace, my child, for I am always by your side through every moment and challenge. You belong to me, and I am forever yours. Let this truth fill you with joy. You are chosen by the one who does not fail, does not abandon, and never ceases to pour out grace and compassion on all who trust in me. Beloved child, as you leave this place, remember that my words are a wellspring of hope and transformation. Return to this channel to drink deeply from the living water of my promises, where every message renews your strength and every truth lights your way. Subscribe now and join a family of hearts that stand in unwavering faith, so that together we may continue to spread my love and healing to all who seek it. I am with you always. Go forth in my light and come back to be inspired anew.